Hi guys, your boy is back again, Alpha Leo and Son Kuchito. Welcome back. First of all, I don't know where to start from. It's apparent I'm angry. Post-match analysis, Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. So it's obvious I'm very angry as a Chelsea fan. And why am I angry, basically? Why? Because of the tactical, approach that Enzo Maresca used. In my channel, I've been saying it every time on this channel that I don't trust this coach. I don't trust this coach because of the silly mistakes he has been making. Silly, ridiculous mistakes. I don't have a coaching badge, but, there's what we call native intelligence. There's something that you learn based on experience. I've been watching football since when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. And, normal thing, when you are playing a one-man down, 10 men against 11, you need to, first of all, bring in, a player that is defensive-minded, right? And you need to ensure that there's an outlet for you to run on the counter, at least to equalize, right? So the mistake right from the start was wrong in the first half. Number one, the selection he made, if you go check my previous video preview, I said he should start Andre Santos. He should rest Enzo Fernandes. He didn't do that. That was the first mistake, number one. He didn't even do that. So we got a red card 4 minutes. That was a ridiculous blunder by our goalkeeper, Sánchez. One of my friends was saying, in fact, before that red card, there was a ball that was headed towards the post. He parried it over. Conditions were terrible, no doubt. There was a rain in Manchester, soggy pitch, everywhere was slippery, So it wasn't a good condition to play, number one. Then, so decision making is very important. After that one that he parried outside of the box, there was actually a long ball that was played to Šeško. Šeško was able to do a flick on, right? And a flick on in behind a defender, which is who? Trevoh Chalobah. He missed that ball with Šeško. And unfortunately for Chelsea, Fofana, who is supposed to be the backup to cover for that error for Trevoh Chalobah, did not even close that marker, or the marker was even Mbeumo. He wasn't never close to the guy. As a defender, are you not supposed to support the second defender? Because two of you are the center backs. So if the center back first one misses the ball, you need to be in cover for the guy. But he didn't do that. So he was so freaking slow to react. And that was why Sanchez came out to clear the ball. And Sanchez coming out to clear the ball was a totally wrong timing, because he didn't even look at the ball. Had it been he kicked the ball now and there was a collision with Mbeumo, the referee can just say yellow card, right? But he missed the ball and he kicked Mbeumo, straight red. So the mistake is, number one, from the defense line. No communication, or even no idea from Fofana that Chalobah may miss that ball. Let me run and, help him. Because in case if he misses the ball, Mbeumo will get the ball. Let me help him. So that Sanchez will stay in his post. So he didn't do that, and that was what caused that mistake. And Sanchez got the red. Because if he was close enough to Chalobah, he will be 1v1 with the defender. With Mbeumo. Cooper will still be in the goalpost, will not get a red. Right? And even Sanchez too. You don't have to even get a red. You should just make yourself big enough. So what scenario? Maybe a yellow card. So down to 10 men. And immediately down to 10 men, Estava William that started was taken out. That was a bad omen for us, because I knew that if Estavo is not playing today, when will he play? Today is the best game for Estavo to shine because of that big pitch in Old Trafford. So he was taken out. Immediately was taken out. I said, what a game again today. What's this? And just 1 minute, that's 4 minutes. 1 minute after he was taken out, Before I can even say, open my eye and blink, we discovered that Pedro Neto was being removed by Enzo Maresca. I'm not judging Maresca concerning Estaval because, of course, we need the goalkeeper, of course. So Estaval should be taken out. Or, like I said, Andre Santos should have started the first place. So for me, you may have even gambled and leave the wingers alone and let Enzo Fernandes go and rest. But he didn't do that. He removed Estaval, number one. Number two, within a twinkle of an eye, I don't know what came to his mind. I don't know what he's thinking about. Because it was just 4 minutes. We can just relax, study the game first. He removed Pedro Neto immediately. 2 wingers, right and left, out. And you are adding Tosin, Uncle Tosin. I don't know. Why? That was what actually finished the game today. That was what finished the game because I don't know the reason, the rationale behind that substitution. And after you made that decision, our backs were all over the place against the wall. We considered the goal. Chalobah kept Bruno Fernandes onside, and he scored the first goal. Right? Before you know it, they scored the second goal. It doesn't make sense. Why will you take out 2 players immediately? Enzo Maresca, that guy, remember against Brentford, that was the mistake he made. Reece James was playing very well. He took him out. And we now lost. We drew the game. Against Bayern, the rubbish they did too. So this guy, people are saying, I'm supporting my club, not a coach. Right? So if you have won the Conference League, you won World Club champion and the rest, it should be consistent. He should not be making ridiculous mistakes like this. Is he even listening to his assistants? Or he believes he has arrived now? Every pundit, every analyst are saying, why are you taking out Pedro Neto? Even Pedro Neto shouted when he was out that, wow. It doesn't make sense. And Chelsea was so unlucky today. The growing problem that Kopama has been suffering for came up again. He was taken out for Andre Santos. So it's a bad day for Chelsea as a Chelsea fan, and that's the first loss this season. Manchester United has not won in 5 games now. They bounce back. Amorim now is like a cat of 9 lives. Had they been they lose today now, it will be all over for him. He'll be fired. The owner was there. Sir Ratcliffe was there. Alex Ferguson, everybody, even Omar Berada. So he was able to win today. And when Santos came in, you could see the difference. He committed, Casemiro, to get a second yellow card. And the game was now even, 10-10. But unfortunately for Chelsea, we do not have our wingers again on the pitch. So second half, we have to rely on who? We have to rely on Santos. We have to rely on Casemiro to be the creative spark in that midfield and create chances for us. But our position play or our assists do not really come from midfield if Kopama is not there. Kopama is our main creative player. Enzo Fernandes is like Lampard that will just run into the box and score, right? But Palmer is the one that will, spray the killer passes for the strikers or the wingers. It wasn't there anymore. So I don't know what Maresca actually took yesterday and overnight and those rash decisions that he made. It doesn't make sense at all. At all. I don't know. At all. The first time this season now, Reece James played 90 minutes. He assisted as a goal, consolatory goal by Trevoh Chalobah. That whack of cross. First time he will play 90 minutes now. It nearly even cost us an error because we had 7 minutes extra time and he lost his footing. Cunha came in and he was running on the counter. Uncle Tosin helped us. He got the yellow card for the team, but he helped us. We were so very close because in fact, it got to a time now, like 70 minutes ago to the end of the match. Manchester United were not playing anything. We dominated them. They were tired. They were tired. But unfortunately for us, we don't have the wingers that can create any spark anymore. This is the game, the best game today that Estava will have created something. Had it been he wasn't taken out, right? He would be playing the number 10 role. He would be playing the number 10 role when Kopama was out. Like I said, Enzo Fernandes should have been taken out because, okay, defensively, how is he helping Moses Caicedo? Tell me. Offensively, what passes has he done? So what is he even doing in that team for now? He needs to rest. He needs to go and rest. He needs to rest. Chelsea is now in 6th position. United that was formerly in 14th, they are now 9th. 6th position, 7 points far from Liverpool. Liverpool won Merseyside derby today. 2-1. That's the hallmark of champions. They got the first half right. They scored goals. Second half was actually for Everton. But they still grant the results. They won. Since 2013, Chelsea has not won at that Old Trafford. Today's game was the best night that Chelsea is meant to actually win. And Maresca just messes all up. The blame is on Maresca and the goalkeeper and the defenders, basically. Fofana and Trevoh Chalobah and the goalkeeper and Maresca. Fofana was taken out. There was a decision he's also made again. I was thinking, what the hell is wrong with this guy? We need either Gui and Garnacho to play today from the left. And I was saying that he should take out Fofana. He took out Fofana. Do you know who he brought in? He brought in Tyree George, to play the number 9 so that Pedro will play the 10 behind. Why did you bring back Gui from where he was before Sunderland? He's the striker that number 9, right? A very aggressive presser of the ball that can create threats, that can unsettle defenders. You left him on the bench. You are now bringing a winger. The same thing that you used for Jackson. Because Jackson is never a number 9 at Villarreal, but we started using him as number 9 in Chelsea. We complained and we loaned him out. They are doing the same thing now for Tyree George. Later, you say Tyree George is not good enough. He's a winger, use him as a winger. Playing people out of position doesn't make sense. And that's the second mistake that he made today also. Because there will be a change. We'll have scored if Gui was there. There's a possibility. Because that's his 9. That's the 9. He took out Cucurella. So I don't know what this guy is thinking. I don't know. Because it was just a mess today. It was all a mess. Trevoh Chalobah scored equalizer, the consolatory goal. But it was a mess. It was a mess. I'm reading what he said now. They attack with 5 players. So the idea was to defend with 5 players. You can defend with 4 at 11 versus 11. The game probably changed after they considered the red card also with Casemiro. We were much better. You were much better. And you still let Gui on the bench. You didn't even bring Garnacho. Let's assume you even take out Cucurella. Are you not supposed to play Garnacho? This guy is just something else, and I'm not happy today. You already know. He messed us all up today. We just gifted, the same way we gifted these guys. The draw, Brentford last week, that's the same way we did for Bayern Munich, and that's what we just did at Old Trafford today. And everything points to what? Enzo Maresca. We know we are not in the title race, but at the same time, how many top 8 teams have we even played today, this season? 5 games now. We've not even played how many top 8 teams? And we're doing nonsense like this. We are playing Champions League. Is this top 4 position even feasible the way we are playing at this point? At this point in time? Too many games. We are playing Lincoln now. See, let me conclude by saying this. Possibly, maybe the same thing that happened in 2012 for us to win. Remember, this coach is the director of FC Porto now. When he was fired, that was when the players sat down. John Terry, Lampard, Peter Cech, Didier Drogba, all of them said, we have to win the Champions League. And they did it for Roberto Di Matteo. Possibly our directors or the owner, they need to now be thinking about, if this guy continues this way, I think we need a change. They need to be thinking like that. The foundations are there. These players are good. It's not that they are not good. They are good. Thomas Frank played 2-2 draw again today against Brighton. Came from 2-0 from behind. That guy is good. That guy is good. Chelsea is Chelsea, and we are not mediocres. I don't know what this guy is thinking. Maybe he feels he's on top of the world. Even Arteta Arsenal, that I don't even like Arsenal and the rest, will not do this silly mistake. So, guys, what do you think about the scoreline? And what do you think happened to Chelsea today? Is it the red card? Is it the substitution? What could have been done better? What do you think Maresca should have done better? And how do we move forward from here? Because we can't continue like this, dropping points, losing games. Some teams that are off form, they will play against Chelsea, they will be in form. It doesn't make sense, man. Like I said, you are the Club World Cup champions. You should act like one. You don't play as if you're just like last season. The height of it is the Club World Cup tournament that you won. That will boost your morale that you can beat anybody, right? And you should display that on the pitch of play. Basically, that's it. Thank you guys for liking, for subscribing. Your boy is still awesome, Cochito Alpha Leo. I hope your weekend has been great and have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Cheers, guys. Bye.